Many people like to say that left-wing infighting is some of the nastiest, some of the worst, and some of the most detrimental infighting to come to our political landscape. Okay? And many people talk about it. If you're like a lefty in the left-wing space, if you follow this in any way, shape, or form, or God forbid you're on Twitter, you will know of it all too well, the left-wing infighting and how bad it gets. Now, what we don't talk about very much, and what we don't think about too often, is that the right has similar things to us. They're not like unique people. We're all just people at the end of the day, right? And so people like to say that our infighting is somehow worse or more detrimental or somehow far different than what would happen on the right. I typically like to disagree with that, and we see like instances of that. But I think this right here is the biggest, funniest, and goofiest instance of proof that we are not in any way, shape, or form unique. Okay? So, what's been going on? If you didn't know, similar to us in our space here being like progressive, socialists, liberals, God forbid, there are also the fascists, the Nazis, the racists, the homophobes, the PDF files, these types of people over on our, like, what I would like to say, like the backwards inverse mirror world. Has anybody here played Celeste? When you like look into the mirror and then you get your purple haired like demon spawn. That's basically what we're like dealing with right now. And I'm running, dude. I'm heckin' running. I'm trying to collect strawberries. I'm trying to escape, but I need to turn around for a second to see what's going on. All right. Because their infighting is way worse, way goofier, and way funnier than I think ours has ever been. So what's been going on? To talk about this, we need to start with a good friend of the stream, John Doyle. Let's start with Doyle. Let's start with our good friend John Doyle. Okay, so Doyle, you may know him, heck off commie guy. We talk about him every now and again. A right winger. I wouldn't call him necessarily a Nazi. I just don't know his views on the Holocaust. I know the views of the people who he associates with. Views on the Holocaust. They say it doesn't happen, but Doyle's specifically, I don't know. All right, many people like he's my bestie. He's my best friend. Okay, and so I just had to go over him like dunking on Nick Fuentes really quick because it is very funny. So what happened is that Nick and Doyle have been going at it for a while. They've been like together. They've had a rocky relationship. Okay, and I guess it's finally come to a head. Can we at least call him a fash? I mean, he is a white nationalist. I'm not sure if he's necessarily a fascist. He might be. I just don't know specifically to call him that. But they've had a rocky relationship. I don't need to explain it because we're going to listen to him explain it. But Doyle has had enough of Nick. It's over. He's done. And he went live on, I believe, Facebook or Instagram, but I believe it's Facebook, to talk about some of the problems that he's had with Nick Fuentes and his groypers. And I'll just let him explain what happened.
Let me know if the audio's bad. I have to block these numbers because these fucking people, dude. We're going to call him during a live stream. You want to know what that guy's voice sounded like? It sounded like this. He goes, "Hey, I think you're cool, but why didn't you speak at AFPAC? Why didn't you speak at AFPAC? I did an event in Phoenix. I had this group of guys come up to me. They go, "Hey, we're the Groyper Legion. We're the Groyper Legion. Hey, when are you going to stop counter-signaling being an incel?" These are the type of people, whenever Nick takes little shots at me, he can't help but make me sound like a nerd because I have glasses or whatever, as if I don't have like 2 inches on him and like 40 pounds on him.
Woo! You go get him, Doyle. 2 inches and 40 pounds, my man. Whoo! Let them fight. I would love to see Doyle beat Nick's ass. I would love that. That would be hilarious. I'd pay Doyle money for that. I'd subscribe to his damn Patreon if that gave him enough money to be able to fly out to Chicago and beat Fuentes' ass. Damn, that'd be so damn funny. He's been measuring Nick up. He's like, if it comes to blows, I gotta knock this kid out. Yeah, beat his ass.
But these fucking people, dude, like the average guy who watches my videos is like a mid-20s guy who works out and probably has a girlfriend. The average groyper is like unironically a 15-year-old autistic incel.
Good Lord. Good Lord, dude. What's happening? I mean, shots fired. Yeah, shots fired, dude. Holy shit. So true. Doyle, all of his viewers, like me, I'm a Doyle viewer as well. I'm a big Doyle fan. Heck off, Kami. A big Doyle fan. I work out. I go to the gym like 3 to 4 times a week. As much as I can. I'm trying to up that a little bit. Okay. I don't have a girlfriend at the moment, but I've been running through these hoes, if you know what I mean. I've been taking them on nice dates. Something hasn't clicked yet, but I do go on nice dates. Mid-20s, kind of pog. And unfortunately, Nick's group is just a bunch of 15-year-old incels. You remember when he walked into CPAC and his group of dudes who was running with, they were all like 15. They all did look like 17 and their mom had to drop them off. It's like one of those things where your mom drops you and your friends off for like to go to the mall or something. It was like one of those things. And then you guys like walk around the strip mall, and then you go from like Gap to like Old Navy, and you go to Old Navy to Route 21, and then you go to and you like walk around Walmart and look at like the meats. It was like that type of shit that they were just doing. It was really funny. Anyways, I'll let him continue.
That's just the reality of the situation. And then they call me when I'm doing a live stream. Hey, John, why didn't you speak in AFPAC? Hey, John, like they're actually autistic. Like we joke about having autism because it's funny, but like these people are like literally autists, and that's why they're so fixated on this whole like, oh, we're gonna like take power, and we're gonna like take power. It's like, no, you think that these ideas are new because you're 15 years old and your entire concept of politics is like 3 years old, not even actually, probably less than 2 years old. So you're not old enough to understand like what happened in 2016.
I do like him always being like, dude, we just joke about being autistic. We joke about like how autistic we are. It's a meme. It's funny. It's funny, haha, I have autism. But you were like actually autistic. Okay, sure. It's funny to who? I mean, to him. I mean, look at him. Obviously.
You're not old enough to understand what was happening in the 1990s, just because your political education is so young. So yeah, like you're and autistic. So
yeah, there you go.
Yeah, we're counter signaling. We are counter signaling. Anyways, Nick likes you and a lot of people follow both of you. Yeah, it's true. There's overlap, but there exists a hierarchy where he thinks that he can like take shots at me and what I do, and like that's not going to be reciprocated, which is like because I've been nothing but nice to him. I've like literally used resources of mine to help him, and then he'll do reactions to my streams and like.
It is pretty wild. Yeah, some overlap. Yeah, there's some overlap between me and Nick with our audiences. I don't know. I mean, it's just like the types of people that you keep around. It's wild. I do have to say, even though he is criticizing Nick's audience for being like 15 years old, it seems like his it seems like his vocabulary may be about 15 too. So hasn't leveled up from like the 8th grade lunch table type shit. But whatever. I can't judge. He is my bestie after all.
Like make fun of me, and it's just like do his little impressions, make me sound like nerdy. Like, dude, again, I have 40 pounds on you. Like, you're an incel. You counter signal working out, and you're supposed to be the voice for like young men. Like, you're telling young men that like it's okay to be an incel and not get married. And you're claiming you're an advocate of like saving the white race when the only girl that you've ever expressed an interest in was a girl who talks about pegging her boyfriend, and you thought this was like funny. Sorry. We're going off. We have to go off. You push me into a corner.
He's an animal. He's in a corner. He takes a diva sip of his Starbucks really quick. I'm sorry. We're going off. Sip.
You push me into a corner.
Damn. Did you see that bitchy sip that he did? Good Lord. The drama queens are at it. The girls are fighting, dude. The girls are fighting. Yeah, and then he takes his little sip. Yeah, the claws are out. The girls are fighting. It's not good. It's not looking good for us. Yeah, he's spilling that tea. Yeah, extra virgin olive oil. But listen, okay. Straight men who get pegged are alpha. I don't know. Maybe that's why Nick is at the top of the fold, because the girl that he's interested in wants to peg him, I guess. Him and his cowboy crew. Now, this is all great. And this is all funny, right? I'm so lost. Doyle is referencing so much drama I have no knowledge of. That's what we're gonna get to. So we're not gonna go too much deeper into like Doyle's issue with Nick, because as funny as that is, it's nowhere near as funny as what I have planned for you. Now, okay, There's a group of literal Nazis and fascists around. They crawl around like the roaches that they are. They aren't on YouTube too much after they've got banned and sussed, and they've been pushed to like the corners of the internet where they belong. But sometimes their memes resurface, and we get to see a little bit of what's going on in their world. And boy, let me tell you, is it funny. And so what we're going to watch next is going to be what everybody else's problem with Nick is, because Nick has been obliterating his community recently. Okay, he has been absolutely destroying his community. He's been cutting off all of his ties to his other Nazi besties. Okay, all of the interns who are working with him, everybody who helped him get in contact with Paul Gozar and Matt Gaetz and Marjorie, all of those people, he's cutting. Like his America First group is getting like castrated even more than it already is. And you know why? You know what precipitated all of this? Because somebody in Nick's close-knit group kissed a girl. I'm not lying to you. I'm not lying to you. I'm not memeing on you. I'm not joking. All of this really started on Nick's end when one person kissed a girl. It seems like because Nick runs basically a cult with his boys, okay? He runs basically a cult. His inner group is called the Sussy Squad, okay? We'll talk about the Sussy Squad a little bit. If you don't know too much, obviously sus means you're suspect of being gay or like a homosexual or something, right? And so he likes to call them the Sussy Squad. And that's been getting him in a lot of trouble. So while we have a lot of drama that happens in our community, because of like ideology or things that people do, it feels like a high school. This is like peak high school because everyone here peaked in high school. Okay, so all of the drama that they're going to be talking about is literally children's type drama, and it's really, really funny. I'm talking like giving people the cold shoulder. I'm talking like making fun of people for not waking up early enough. I'm talking about like talking to people behind their backs. Just peak high school cringe, and it comes with all the high school language as well. So like we got a taste of what like Doyle did. Okay, so I'm going to tell you now that that what we're going to watch here is filled with slurs. Okay, none of the slurs that I'm going to be playing for you, hopefully are TOS, but you're going to be hearing the R word and other like typically like ableist slurs and other slurs like that, right? But any F words and N words are going to be very much cut out, and those are not going to be here anymore. Okay, and so I lead you to this video here, which is truly an incredible video, okay? So this is a video of a bunch of Nazis on DLive, and what their goal is to get to the bottom of what's been going on with Nick. And they're going to be bringing on Nick's right-hand man, who recently left Nick and left America First or whatever, like Nick's organization, because of like a massive falling out, and they're going to get to the bottom of what's been going on. And I got to tell you, it's going to be really, really funny. The R word is fine on Twitch, but the C word isn't. True. That's true. That's true. Many people don't like it, but it is true. So here's our good friend Jaden. Jaden's gonna be the main part of this story here. This is Jaden, okay? And Jaden was in Kansas. He moved to go in with Nick, and we're gonna be listening to a little bit of it, okay? We're gonna be listening to a tiny bit of this, just a smidgen, as a taste. This is our protagonist, I guess, if we're gonna call it that. Now, I should have marked this out to know where all of the slurs are, but we'll just figure it out. We'll play it by, we'll play it by ear, okay? We'll play it by ear.
Well, I would say not aggressive at all. And here we are, a week later, 7 streams. He's been on 7 streams about me. So there you have it.
Shit. You look so free, Jaden. It looks like,
Yeah, here I am. I just moved into this new apartment, so I don't have really the best setup in the world, but we're getting there, It's good. I'm feeling good. I really am.
Is all the furniture at your new place normal people size?
Yes,
it's not like Hobbit furniture. You can sit down comfortably like a human.
I am normal size, believe it or not. I may have surrounded myself, but that was just like a confidence boost thing. Surrounding myself with
just like we're mogging these manlets, the lollipop guild, beards and all this. Jaden, were you the only member that was above 6 foot tall?
I believe so. Well, no, Jake left. Yeah, I think so. I think so.
What would you estimate the average height of the average Groiper is now that you've left Jaden? Is it?
Are we saying like Groiper, like Groiper generals or like
yes,
average?
Groiper generals, the leadership, the cream of the crop.
Yeah, probably like 5'7".
Okay. Yo, how tall is Beardson for real?
So yeah, and so once again, just to keep you up to date, they're supposed to be talking about things like ratting people to the like CIA and doxing people and like threatening people's lives and threatening to take away their child's like support network. But the first thing that they need to talk about to get out of the way first is how tall the Groipers are, and apparently none of them are over 6 foot tall. Doxing to the CIA, we'll get to it. Okay, I'm gonna skip forward a little bit.
Jaden, but I've seen all the messages where he's already the Beardson streams. It's about
1 second. Oh, let me. But
what have you done? This was your best.
Great of a here because I wasn't like planning to come on here initially, but as the week progressed, you know, he's threatening me. He's doxing my biggest donor. He's threatening to dox other people through his little proxy of minions. He's I can't really defend myself on anyone else's stream. You know, people are like, "Why don't you go on Beardson's?" Well, I've seen the screenshots there. He's not.
That is true. We are working with. This is the master race, just so you know. This is what we call. This is what they call the master race. This is the cream of the crop. This is the best that human beings have to offer. It's them. This right here. All right. If you may not like it, but this is what peak masculinity looks like. All right. These guys right here. This is peak masculinity. All right. This guy whose arms look like they'd snap while he's trying to hold a kite during a strong wind. This is peak masculinity. We've done it. Fucking huge. They're massive. This is true white pride. Yeah, we're here, boys. You guys excited? Yeah, this is the peak mental efficiency, peak mental health, and also peak masculinity. This is here. This is it. This is peak masculinity. I'd rather go full femme. I don't know. Depending on how femme you are, you could be you may still be stronger than some of them. I've seen some very strong femme ladies.
Not really an ally.
Well, you speak your truth here, King.
No, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I'm here to speak my truth. So,
but I did want to ask one question because the height question really does get to me. And I know he doesn't want to specifically tell us how tall Beardson is because that'll make him throw himself off a bridge. How much money would you say you spent on Icy Hot to soothe your neck from looking down when you're around? Like just a general dollar amount.
So we're gonna start
Sure.
Jaden,
Let's get to the
like
grooming.
somewhat like chill.
I wanna get to how this kid got groomed. Okay, so because this is what happened. Nick groomed him. Nick kind of groomed him. Nick found this guy and he just groomed him to live with him in his basement. We'll get to it.
So how did you end up in the Catboy cult in the first place, Jaden? Like, explain, your relationship to Nick and how it first started off and everything like that, just for people who might not know.
Sure, yeah. So for those of you who don't know, I was involved with like campus politics way back when. I was a chapter president of my Turning Point USA at Kansas State. I within 6 months had the largest chapter in the Midwest. Charlie Kirk was talking to me. I was getting invited to Mar-a-Lago. I had a pretty cozy deal in Con Inc. basically lined up within 6 months to a year of just doing campus politics. And at CPAC, met Nick, and that's CPAC 2019. Sorry for the timelines all over, but CPAC 2019, met Nick. And from there, I started watching his show. I got red pilled, and I was willing to throw away everything because I thought that it is a lot of the stuff, the truth, the right thing, Christian, right wing, like those are things that I am, and I wanted to push these policies.
So another huge thing. It's really interesting how many Nazis are just like incorporated with like TPUSA, right? Because this kid, he had a lot of things going for him. He had the biggest chapter in the Midwest. He got invited to Mar-a-Lago with like Donald Trump. He was there with Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk knew him by name, right? And then he lost everything because he started watching Nick, and then Nick groomed him into living with him, which is peak insanity, dude. Can you imagine that? Can you just imagine if that happened in like lefty Twitch or Twitter or something? Can you imagine if you go from like being a viewer to living with your streamer? Can you imagine that for a moment, dude? That would be a like 52 tweet long tweet thread. You'd be like ratioed and you'd be dragged. You couldn't escape that. You couldn't escape that. There's no possible way but it was just normal here. Nobody batted an eyelash. Nobody batted an eye. All right. At this guy flying halfway across the state to go live with Nick. Yeah, it's literally like a sex cult type thing.
and make a difference. And initially, I thought Nick was doing that. 2019, I thought he was doing that. I helped with the Groyper War. He even will admit that he admitted it on the sweat that I was a pivotal role in that behind the scenes and pushing that and making that a thing. And I was willing to sacrifice everything for America First, for this movement. And I was really there, as you guys know. Like, I was there for everything. I was the right-hand guy. And that's why it's kind of upsetting, not really, but it's just, I guess, laughable. It's really laughable that he claims, he's so giving, so generous. He's done everything for me. And it's like, he's helped me, but
he's going to say some bad words here in a moment. They're not going to be TOS, but he's going to say some bad words here in a moment.
Obviously done a lot for this guy as well. And to say,
well, we'll get into that, but it's honestly, it sounds like,
yeah, he's his right-hand guy because Nick's left hand was always busy.
You went all in on this movement. I mean, you have a Wikipedia page now saying you're a white nationalist. You're on the SPLC watch list.
Right.
You've sacrificed a lot for this movement, including a really cushy gig with Charlie Kirk. You'd probably be even more financially well off than you are now if you had went in that direction. But you sacrificed all that for the movement.
So we're going to skip forward a little bit here.
You guys have been
this is insane.
That's been the thing.
Jane, I just got to ask, what sort of political movement is based around you can't have pussy, you can't have a girl? Political movement.
Do my own thing. Still stream on the side, try to do something professionally, figure out my life. But he had, and if he would have just been like, hey, thanks, whatever, the first statement, that's fine. But that's not how Nick is. He has to always be on top. He's the dominant one. You all submit to me. I'm Stalin. You're my bit.
Is that your confession? You were the bottom, Jake?
We'll get into that as well. See, I knew that would come up. Believe it or not,
we have to.
The contention here is that I was talking to women. I don't know if you guys have been.
This is insane.
That's been the thing.
Jake, I just got to ask, what sort of political movement is based?
So yeah, that honestly was the issue. He was talking to women. Why is bottom an insult? Do you know the types we're talking about? Literal white nationalists. Of course bottom is an insult. Of course. And I mean bottom's always an insult, but just like this time it's like they take it like real seriously. Yeah, he always has to be on top. Yeah, he must.
Was it like this when you first joined?
Not a right-wing Christian one that wants young men to have families. Well, that's funny because everyone keeps saying, Jaden got a girlfriend and this is what happened. And it's like, the truth of the matter is I have had a girlfriend or have talked to girls since I got involved in this. I had a college girlfriend for years that was in this thing. I was talking to people throughout. Like, this is not a new thing. So people, I like to keep my personal shit off the internet, believe it or not. And my hands kind of been forced here, sadly.
They all have bottom energy. That is true. Many people don't want to say it, but it is true. It is true. It's true. They do. They really do. I'm tired of pretending they don't. Why is this Nazi kind of cute? See, here's the thing. Here's why I felt that I did the same. It's kind of hot. No, what's wrong with you people? What's wrong with you people? Hello? I'm losing my mind. I'm losing it. This is why we can't have, just so you know, this is why we can't have anything nice. This is the exact reason why we can't have anything nice. You know why? Because girls be like people like the pedo tuber, Mr. Girl, and like this guy, they'll be like, wow, he's so kind of cute. Wow, he's so cute. Look at this. Look at what we're doing. Look at society, man. Look at the society. Just call me a femoid. Men do it too. Or like NBs do it
this
too.
Meme is very real.
They all do it. It's just like they just have a problematic fave. Bitches be like Ted Bundy was cute. So true. So true.
But this isn't like a new phenomenon of me talking to women. It's always been a weird issue with Nick for some reason. And we've gone back and forth on the incel thing.
The only one that believes in that? Because I mean, I know Beardson was married. I know Dalton is in a relationship.
I think Nick wanted to have sex with him. Other people won't want to say it. I think Nick's problem is that Nick wanted to have sex with him and he wouldn't have sex with him. So obviously things kind of fell apart.
Seems to date a lot of women. You said you had a college girlfriend. It seems
this video is sped up.
All the Groyper generals are out getting their dicks wet, and Nick's the only one they're talking about monkey love. So it seems kind of like a weird disconnect.
Well, it is odd. I don't know if it's. I think it's honestly because I was as close as I was, like in proximity to him, that it was such a big deal. Because I mean, you guys already know that he was living in his building, whatever. I was living in the basement apartment, which I can explain.
You were on the bottom.
No, the whole thing is fucked up because he put out the whole apartment thing yesterday. Now we're off on a.
My favorite part about this is how like none of them care about any of this. Monkey love, like dating a non-white person. That's what they mean. He was like, lol, what if we slept in the same bed? What if we had sex? That'd be so degen. Yeah, like as a joke. Yeah. Hey, come join my sussy squad. Come join my sussy squad. Now, I think it's beta to just do that, okay? I'm sorry. If I just wanted to have, if I saw some dude and I was like, I'm gonna fuck him, I just like ask. I just ask, dude. You don't do like, don't be so weird. Like, if you just wanted to do that, then just ask, dog. instead of like trying to groom him and like fly him out to live with you, just ask. If he says no and then he goes to like the press about it to say that you asked him to fuck, then just say that he's lying. I'm sorry. They just got to be weird about it.
Tangent, but I feel like I should explain that.
We have a lot of time, dude. We have all night.
We have all night. So Jaden, do you want to?
I think
we're not going to be listening
so
to this all
basically,
night.
I just put out the George Floyd tweet, whatever, stupid. And I was getting a lot of pressure from school. COVID was going on, so I'm not at school. And I was getting kicked out of school. And Nick's like, you aren't really doing anything. You're streaming. Why don't you come out to Chicago? I bought a building. You can live in the basement. It's the basement apartment. It's its own unit. Okay, so we didn't see each other.
Oh, Nick literally did a segment where he said he prefers a companionship with an actual monkey over a woman. That's what they're referring to. This guy's gay. He's just gay. He's just gay. He's just like, I'm so like, what can I say? My man, he's just gay. He's just gay. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I don't know what to tell you, man. I actually don't know what to tell you. Zero hex. Like, honestly, he does have like zero het energy. Nick, I don't claim you, but live your truth, Chief. Yeah, there you go. I don't think the gays will like him very much. I don't think they'll accept him into the fold. But this is just insanity to me. This is peak insanity. Rather have a companionship with a monkey than an actual human being. Really? Okay. Someone said Nick was cute on Twitter. You just said that this person was cute. Don't you do this. Don't you do this. You cannot.
People were like, oh, you guys are interacting every day. I haven't seen this guy but a handful of times for like 6 months. So he said, you can live in the basement, you can stream there, not pay rent, and you can produce my show through OBS, whatever, super easy job. And I'll pay you on top of that. So you'll have a...
This is grooming. Just so you know, this is grooming. If I like found a fan or something who watched me and I said, hey, bud, I mean, I'll just like fly you out. You can live in my basement. You can edit my videos. I'll pay you. You don't even have to pay rent. Just like come be here with me, dude. Come on, just like move in, bro. Yeah, you can pet Boo. That's grooming. Shark groom me. I got you. Check DMs.
The salary plus your streaming thing, and you have to pay rent. Pretty good gig. And I'm like, yeah, sure, of course. While I'm figuring out what I want to do professionally,
yeah, sure, of course.
I'm 20 years old, whatever, that works for me.
Sure.
So leave my family, leave the GF, leave all the things I had going on in Kansas, whatever, and drive out to Chicago.
Was this your first time away from home? Like, was this your
dumbest motherfucker on the face of the earth, just so you know. Like, I knew all these guys are dumb as hell, but I didn't think that they were this dumb to drop everything, get groomed, and then live in someone's basement because like you love white people that much. All of that, this is what all of this is about. So they could like oppress minorities and they could yeah, honestly, he did he threw his life away just so he could oppress minorities more. He woke up like, man, I wish I could oppress more minorities. It's time to ruin my life. Smash community type beat, but racist, but more racist.
It was a thing because I was like, yo, when are you going to move in to your new apartment so we can build the studio? You're doing your show there and then I can produce it because he's still doing the show from his mom's house. And he's like, next month for 10 months, all the way up until like October of the next year. Because I moved in November of 2020, October 2021 is when he finally moves in. I believe around that time, and give it or take a month. And that's when he told me basically that, actually it was a month afterwards that, yeah, actually I don't need you to produce the show for me. I'm just going to do the green screen again, whatever. And initially when he pitched it, he was like talking about doing a co-host thing. He was talking about doing a Tim Pool thing. And that's whatever. It is what it is. Like, I'm not that salty that, oh, the job didn't happen. But when he's sitting there like, he lived rent-free in my building. And
Jaden, it sounds like he tricked you into being a house sitter until he could move to his fucking new place.
I mean, honestly.
Okay. Quality memes here, okay? Quality memes. I want to show you something really quick. I'm going to mute this really quick to make sure that I got the right place. Because once again, they do say slurs a bit here. So I'm going to be skipping forward a tiny bit.
Like, he never
that stuff.
So what did that entail? And were you not paid for that?
Well, so initially when people, because it's all people say that.
So right now, what he's just talking about is how he went on a 17-day trip with Nick and to record a documentary. Nick paid him $1,000. I think Nick paid him $1,000 for 17 days of filming. You know, as you would know, is less than $100 a day. And Nick is purported to be a millionaire, so you know. Okay, so let's listen to this part because this part is definitely fun. So this is he's going to talk about how Nick has apparently a Kanye fetish.
Through like January 6th, him getting subpoenaed by the feds, everybody leaving him. I've been there, I've stuck around, and
You were a skater.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
Yeah, you're a
I'm not a
historian,
Ralph Ralph head.
But I just want to pull up on screen. I just sent it to you. This is the Donda mask.
Okay.
This is what he wanted to wear to
Okay.
the Vax rally. This is fucking insane. It's worse than I thought. It's like a gimp mask. Man.
What the
It's
fuck?
like some shit like a sex slave would wear, bro.
Here, let me share it for everyone in this call.
Jaden, did he have like a lot of ideas like this? Was he like,
Yeah,
I want to wear costumes?
Yes, it was like I told them yesterday. He had an idea.
Nick wanted his entire crew to show up like Kanye, to wear like the mask that Kanye wore during like the Donda premiere. Yeah, let's all just fit socks over our heads. Let's like put pantyhose over our heads like we're in a damn SpongeBob episode. Literally, why? Because he's a child. He's baby brained. This man is literally baby brained. He has the brain of a child, and he thinks it'd be super funny. He's actually what would happen if like a little racist kid got too much money. And then he grew up to be like 22, and this is how he's deciding to use it. You can see he's a Kanye fan. He is a Kanye fan. They don't like that very much.
He really does think he's Kanye West. It's one day he's Stalin, the next day he's Kanye. He was telling me that he was going to get TR Sarter to design him shoes, and he was going to sell America First shoes.
Why would he buy
like
this?
he's Kanye. And
So I'm an old boomer. Okay,
Sure,
so
sure.
is it
I love it. It's so good. It's so good. Nick Fuentes thinks he's Kanye. All right. Yeah, the Kanye to Stalin pipeline is really been destroying our kids these days. Also, we're coming up on a big slur sometime here. Let's get back to the video. Let's get back to like Nazis.
Martin, he tries to get the big ones.
Wait,
yeah.
I want to say it's a bit off topic on the Sam thing, but I want to bring this up real quick. So when you lived with him, right? He was hype about showing you a certain television show.
Oh yeah, I forgot about this section. Now, a big thing, like another part of this drama that leaked is Nick's obsession with Netflix. So Nick apparently he was like a horrible garbage tier trash fucking worker. Okay. And so his organization that he put together over the last couple of years is like falling apart at the seams. He's like drinking, and he apparently barely even goes to church. Another massive, like the scandals against him are he barely goes to church. He doesn't say the N-word with a hard R. He actually says it with a soft A because they think that he's cucked. He doesn't want to have sex with women that much. And also, he watches Euphoria. Let's hear him talk about it.
Can you-
We're gonna be here for hours. Let me
He will be
Let's
here for
get to
hours.
the like actual meat and potatoes. 'cause
Wait,
this stuff
wait,
is,
No,
like,
this is the
please,
meat and
this
potatoes.
is-
but this
this
stuff's
is- dude,
funny.
please
But it's
tell
like,
us,
there's
bro.
things in here that are
Tell
like,
us about
damn me.
this.
Please
I
tell
know
us about the TV
that-
show.
Okay.
My favorite part about all of this is the fact that none of them care about the actual problems that are going on. They just want like little drama bits. Like, tell us how much you like Euphoria. He's like, dude, somebody got doxxed. We're pretty sure he's like a federal agent, and he's using like a binding agreements to try and sue us. Dude, tell me about Euphoria. It's so good. It's so good. They don't give a shit about him at all.
And
Yeah.
go to the feds with
'cause
information,
I wanna
like
hear that
actual
stuff.
damning
Yeah,
stuff.
Yeah, yeah, let's go. What-
Yeah, Nick. He binge watched Euphoria, and he tried to get me to watch it. And I'm like, dude, like with the first episode, there's like a fucking dick right there. I'm like, yeah, I'm good, I'm out. And he's like, dude, it's a good show. And I'm like, yeah, I'm good. Went back downstairs, didn't watch it. And he's like,
so he called
dude,
you
I
upstairs
binge
to the
watched
litter
the
box and
whole.
watch you?
So yeah, Nick really wanted to have like Jaden sit down and watch Euphoria with him. Apparently he saw a penis and he was like, I'm out. I can't see a penis. This is hecked up. Is it gay to merely witness a dick? The answer is yes. Wait, is Euphoria porn? Yes, Euphoria is just gay porn. That's all Euphoria is. It's a show on Netflix where like these guys are in a school. They're in an all boys school, and it's like a Catholic all boys school, and they're constantly having sex with each other. And the goal of the whole thing about the show is like they're trying to hide their like sexual escapades from the teachers and stuff.
This meme is very real.
Is there a gay sex tournament arc? Yes, where they run a train on one guy and he has to survive the entire thing. That's true. That's true, just so you know. Euphoria is a show about teenagers having sex and doing drugs. No, Euphoria is a show about like 30-year-olds pretending to be teens having sex and doing drugs. So basically just porn.
Euphoria?
What'd you say?
I said he called you upstairs to the litter box to watch Euphoria with him.
Yeah, I mean, he tried, but unlike Trey Politics or UX.
All right, he's gonna say some slurs here, so we're gonna skip ahead really quick.
Favorite show?
He was a big fan of that. He would watch there's another one called, they talked about like the sex life of college girls or something. I don't know. You guys can look it up. But regardless, this isn't the point of this. I'm here because
let's bring it back to the interesting
the things that actually matter.
So can I just sum it up? So
sure.
You move out there, you're working at the place, you're underpaid. He has you sign up as the treasury or whatever. You give your personal information. It seems like other employees are kind of going through a similar thing where they're not getting paid a lot, or information Nick kind of has access to. So is there a feeling that when you're working with him, like if you step out of line or if somebody walks away in a non-bowing manner, that he's going to just unload and shit's going to get leaked on you?
Yeah, and that's what
he's going to unload on you.
So Simon, he's like a year older than me, wife, 2 kids, like just born children. He wanted to walk away essentially because Nick's he's a
Oh geez. Oh, rip. My bad. Sorry about that one. Sorry about that one, boys. We're gonna yikes. Little yikes. Rip VOD. Here, wait 1 second. F-slur. I told you. Anyways. So they bring up this guy Simon, okay?
Like he's even worse behind closed doors or whatever.
They bring up this guy Simon, and Simon is
half the interns,
more interesting than this.
Like everyone that basically did. So he sucks.
Okay, here. Listen to this.
He wants to step away. Half the interns, the heads of the political intern team, like everyone that basically did everything politically for this guy in the year 2021, maintained the GOSAR thing, was helping with, made AFAC 2 what it was. Everyone wanted out. Assistant Roy.
So yeah, everybody hates Nick, and nobody wants to work with him anymore because he's insane and stupid. Okay, now he mentioned a guy that we just heard about. Okay, he mentioned a man. His name is Simon. Okay, and once again, everybody who's like subscribing, donating, everything, you will be shouted out once the segment is over. He mentioned a guy named Simon. Okay, now listen. After we hear from Jaden, you think that this is a massive L, right? Like, what do you guys think? This is an L from Jaden, right? Like getting groomed, moving across the country, getting kicked out of your house, stuff like that. Okay, massive, huge L. Biggest L in history. Wrong. Because we're going to talk about Simon really quick, who is very close to Nick. And Simon has the biggest L in history. Okay? And you guys may be wondering, oh, dude, what are you talking about, Shark? How can you get an L bigger than this? I promise you, this is a triple XL L. All right? It gets much worse. And it gets much worse than this even. So this is where they add on. This is a little bit further in. Right? But I want to go over this before we get to Simon, because we're going to be switching gears just to Simon after just this. Right? And so this is, some of you guys may have seen this already. Some of you all may have heard of it already, but I'm going to play it anyways because we haven't done it here. And I know some of you guys haven't seen this yet. So this is another instance. This is like Jaden talking about what happened when he was moving out of Nick's house. Right? And we're just, you know what, let's just listen to what he says, okay? It says this is titled Nick Fuentes Coom Collector, and we'll just have him explain what happened.
May 1st, I'll be out. I wanted to get out as soon as possible anyways to get the fuck away from him. But I left my couch and I left my bed just because I can't haul that in my car. And it's like an 8-hour drive. So and I didn't want to rent a U-Haul. But he's telling all of his buddies that he got a black light because he wanted to go see if there was any cum on my couch. He's like, that was some sort of own.
No. Okay, hold on.
So yes, so this is true. Okay, this is real. This did happen. So as he was like in the process of moving out, he was like, Nick was like doing gossip amongst like his sussy squad and everything, and the group of people he was with, he was like, wouldn't it be so funny if I went through the room he was in, went through his bed sheets, and went through his like couch and stuff to see if I could find cum splatters. And I want to see like how much cum splatter can I find before he comes back. Right? And somebody texted him and he was like, why the fuck are you looking for cum in my room? He's like, it's just funny, dude. It's just really funny. He's hunting for dried cum snacks. He's like under the bed looking for the cum sock, trying to lick it clean. Disgusting. He looks at anything. If it looks like it has like a yellowish stain on it, he's like, have to get a little taste test. He's crawling on all fours on the bed, giving like little licks around like where his like abdomen should be. Incredible, disgusting, horrible. Okay, and so you would think that like Jaden has taken the biggest L here. Okay, but I must tell you, This man, Simon, has taken a far bigger L. Because he put his family on the line. Jaden just put his own life on the line and left his girlfriend. This man put his family, his wife and children on the line for Nick Fuentes. And boy, it gets even better than that, okay? It gets even worse than that. Now let's skip forward a little bit. We're going to be skipping forward to when Simon joins the call, and this is 35 minutes.
Right.
Okay, well, go ahead and tell us the story, Simon, of you working for Nick and what happened, brother.
Hey, well, thank you guys for having me on and let me tell the story. Like Jaden said, I was threatened back in December. So I kind of kept quiet about this for a long time. And a lot of people close to me encouraged me to keep quiet about it because it's fucked. You know, I don't have a lot of money. As Jaden kind of alluded to earlier, I was being paid minimum wage or by some adjustments less than that if you consider the amount of hours that are being worked throughout the year. And you take the 4 months that I was, denied payment because, Nick got his money stolen by the feds. So these are some photographs of me and Nick together. It's kind of a little slideshow. I met him in 2017.
He has a family? Yes. He's divorced? No.
I actually met my wife through his Discord server. Kind of ironic with the way he discouraged.
Can we just sit on that for a moment? It's true. Just so you know. What he just said, it's true. Do you want me to play it for you again? I'll slow it down for you.
I actually met my wife through his Discord server. Kind of ironic with the way he discouraged.
He met his wife through Nick Fuentes' Discord server. Yeah, they are made for each other. That is a match made in hell. 100%. He's a Discord mod. Yeah, he is a Discord mod, but he got his kitten. He got his e-girl and he impregnated her and put babies in her. He did it. He really did it. He married his Discord crush. I know a lot of you guys wish that you could marry your Discord crush. So call him whatever you want. He's living the life that you want. Okay. Yeah, he bred his Discord kitten. So true. He put some kitties in his Discord kitten. Would you look at that? How good on him. What a guy. No, it's not fair. Not only, just so you know, we're not going to get to that part, but not only did he meet his wife in Nick's Discord server, he invited Nick to his wedding, and Nick Fuentes was his best man. Have we ever seen anything as parasocial as this? Have we seen anything as on like our side as parasocial as this? You meet your partner in your streamer's Discord server. You get married and you invite him to be your best man at the wedding. Do you have no friends? There's nobody else in your life that you think that you want to be like, that you want to be there over Nick damn Fuentes? Really? Could you be there on my big day? You know what, Prospect, since you subscribed, depending on where you are, you know what? I may actually. If I have the time or money, you know what? If any of you guys did actually unironically invite me to your wedding, there is not a 0% chance that I would show up. There is at least a 1% chance that I would show up. It'd just be really funny. And then I could make a video and be like, I went to my chatter's wedding. My chatter invited me to his wedding. That'd be really funny. That'd be really, really funny. Shark, you know not of what you're doing. You still have time to take it back. I didn't say I'm definitely going. I said that there's a chance that I could go. And it's true. It is true. But also, okay, just I gotta tell you, because the L's keep on rolling, okay? The L's keep on rolling in, all right? So not only did this man meet his wife in Nick's Discord server and invite Nick to his wedding as his best man. Here, I wanna play something for you. Probably the biggest L of all.
You have a sick kid.
Yes, he was born in July.
His child is sick. Okay, that's not the L though.
It was actually it's a terrible story, but the day he was born, July 10th, was actually the day Nick was doing the White Boy Summer speech in Dallas at CPAC, and I was on the phone for 10 or 12 hours the day of my son's birth, trying to organize the event and get all the interns to get the cameras right and get all the equipment ordered or whatever. Nick knows about the kid, and I asked him actually to be the godfather of my son Joseph.
He named Nick Fuentes as the sole guardian if anything happens to him and his wife. The godfather of his child. The streamer that he met, simped for, met his wife in his Discord server, invited him to be his best man at his wedding, named him his godfather, worked for him for less than minimum wage, and then got dumped on the side of the road. My man almost lost his entire family. His family was almost on the damn street for Nick Fuentes. If that's not cucked, what is it? What's more cucked than that? So what happened with him is that everybody who joins in like AFPAC or whatever, they all have to sign NDAs. But Nick uses those NDAs basically as like fodder to sue you if you do anything wrong and to keep you in line. Okay? That as well as he talks behind people's back. You know, like Ratatasker, right? You know, like Ratatasker in like Norse mythology, how he runs up from like the world serpent and like the eagle on Yggdrasil, and he like spreads gossip and talks shit about both of them. Nick does that with everybody in AFPAC. So basically, to keep them separated, what he would do is he'd go to like Simon and say, "Hey, Jaden says that you're a piece of shit and you have a small dick." And then he'd go to Jaden and he said, "Dude, Simon said that you have a ugly haircut and you look like a gay twink, right?" And he'd just do that back and forth. And so these two didn't even talk to each other because they thought that each other hated each other because they both loved Nick Fuentes and didn't think that he'd lie to them. And he had them cuck the entire time while he was grooming them and basically getting free labor from them the entire time. It's hilarious, dude. I cannot imagine an L this large in my entire life. Can you imagine? Like, the only thing worse out of this is if he named his child Nick after Nick Fuentes. That's the only way this gets worse. Okay? And the fact that his wife was ride or die because she was like groomed in the same Discord to be like never flinching supporter of this man is just peak insanity. It's peak insanity. It is unironically kind of like a little sex cult. It is. It is. And apparently also things that were said in there, we don't have to click around too much, but apparently something that was also said in there was that he has what they call a gay ops program. And so what the gay ops program is that it's where Nick has a bunch of people who are part of his crew, and he has them do like opposition research on the people in the group to make sure that if they like backstab him or something, that he has like dirt and a dossier to like unload on them to get back on them. And once again, remember how he has people like sign these NDAs and he gets like their social security number and shit? He has all their personal and private information. So yes, so he blackmails them. And it's mind-blowing, dog. I am losing my mind over all of this because it's just hilarious. Like, we talk about how these people are all aesthetics and all like this and all that, and they're all talk, right? And they love this type of shit that they do. They get like their matching clothes and they go marching around because they feel the big thing with them is the aesthetic. They love the aesthetics, but that's all they have. They have rhetoric and they have aesthetics, and that's basically it. That's all. So like, what was one of the biggest Nazi, like far right, alt-right, anti-Semitic, racist, homophobic organizations outside of the Republicans that's out there has completely crumbled because they're all busy calling each other gay. They're all busy. And one of the last things here is that apparently Jaden, remember how he's the one who started all of this because he kissed a girl? Apparently Jaden met this girl while he was still living with Nick. They went on a couple of dates. He kissed her. Okay. And what Jaden did is that he wanted to go on a date with this girl, but he also had like a thing that he was thinking about doing with Nick. And so basically what happened is that he was like, "Yo, dude, do you want to hang out or anything? Do we have anything that we need to do? I was thinking about going on a date." And Nick was like, no, we don't have to do anything. No, don't worry about it. He was like, "Are you sure? Like, I mean, if it's fine." And Nick was like, no, don't worry. No, it's okay. Then he went out on the date. Okay. Nick started talking shit behind his back. And when he got back to the house, Nick said that he ditched him for a girl. And he gave him the silent treatment after that. He gave him the silent treatment. That boy's gay. He's gay. That boy gay. I'm sorry. There's nothing more that there's nothing more. It is white girl drama shit. He is just gay. I'm sorry. That is a peak gay move. In this situation. Okay. I would do that if that was like a girl who if I was being like bitch mode, if there was a girl that I liked and I was like, no, it's okay, you can go out, and then they go out and and then they come back, I'm like, you left me, like that's peak I want to have sex with you, but I'm too scared to say it shit. It's hilarious. So there we go. Nick completely blowing up his base and everybody who he was close to at all for what? Genuinely for what? I don't know. If our drama is anything to go by, I do have to tell you, this drama is far worse. All right? It is far more stupid. I'm sorry. No matter what we do, even like the stuff between like Denims and Destiny, like that old drama, that doesn't even go to the degree of like buying a blacklight to search for cum stains in your friends, in like a guy you're beefing with's room. Trying to scrape up cum flakes from like his sheets is not how you do it. But whatever, I guess, dude. Sure. Oh yeah, also Jaden got banned from Cozy. And also Nick apparently bots on cozy.tv, which is his streaming site that he owns. Basically. So Nick bots like almost all of his views and he has like almost no audience really. His audience has completely crumbled. It's really fucking funny. Chuck, you have set a new low bar. Yeah, but if the bar's that low, that means I'm always walking over it. Let's go, boys. Stream chat. Can you guys say bye, YouTube? Can you do toad wave, bye, YouTube? Bye. Bye, YouTube. Bye. See, chat. Chat saying bye to YouTube. Bye, YouTube. Bye. Thanks for watching the video. Bye. Thank you. See ya.